Hello there. Hello there, YouTubers. Welcome to freaking Jeep. I think you know where you're at. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but it is a thing. But I'm glad you're here. I appreciate everybody that comes over and sees what kind of nonsense I'm into. Still kind of working on light duty. Probably be on light duty for at least another week. I got the splint off. I probably had the splint off the other day, but the finger doesn't want to bend right. Anyhow, I got show you what's kind of going on today. I had that list that I was telling you about. I don't think this was on it, but I'm kind of adding it on there. I got it's very balanced. Can you tell? Which it doesn't need to be, but I wanted to make sure it did good. I got to drill a hole here and a hole here. I think where they are in each one of those. So I want to make sure they're lined up, and I'm measuring from the pivot point down there up to make sure it's lined up. And I liked it with, I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn the light on in here, out here. The holes didn't match up, so I put a little piece of keyway in there to bring it up another 1/8 of an inch that way, because then it fits. See where it wore a groove before, so I know it's basically where it was before. So that's kind of where I wanted it. And so now I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to mark those holes up there. You know, I got an angle scriber, but it was too deep for that, and there's another one back here that you can't really see where to mark it. I got to grind one. See this one bolt hole here? I got to grind the head of that off. But kind of retrofitting something. This is better than what was there, I do believe. There was just old Babbitt bearing there, and I don't know if you recall. That was one of the caps was missing, which was the problem, and you just really couldn't get it anymore. This works out pretty good, I think. Anyway, that's what's that on. Also on the list yesterday was crunching cans. If you've never seen a can cruncher, it's just a modified electric wood splitter. It isn't too exciting, but I done crunched a whole box load of cans. I drink too much of this daggone soda stuff. And I used to have the fastest wood splitter. I probably got the can cruncher that crunches them not the fastest. It used to be faster, but it's not anymore. It's kind of like me, but it crunches them probably the thinnest. I don't think you're going to get much thinner than one of these. They're pretty thin. Anyhow, that's another thing on the list. A couple other things I've already done this morning. So that's just kind of an update on what's going on. We'll go out in the greenhouse this afternoon. Actually, it's already this afternoon. I didn't get up to my normal time, which is 8:30, 9 o'clock, but that was 9:30, 10 o'clock. Now it's already 2 o'clock, so I'm just putting along doing goofy little stuff. I got my list, and most of it's light duty. I'm going to go up and check the mouse traps in the air conditioning unit up there. I'll tell you later. We'll see you. Come back. Well, you're not going anywhere. I'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. Well, here's the setup I got. This is kind of suspended here, so I built a little whatever to hold it up, just enough to get a tap in there. Now, what I did first was make sure it was seated in all the way, which was just I'm not using the point. There's a little edge there, so don't get all hyper about that. And it really looks pretty good. It is about where it's going to be. Now I had to, I don't know what size this is, but it went through 2 of the holes, and 2 of the holes it wouldn't go through. I had to sit there and file them out. So we're actually about an hour later, believe it or not, and that doesn't look real straight, but that's where it's going. And I got a punch hole in there. I already did that side. So now I'm going to take all this nonsense off because I don't really need it. This is kind of a just to hold this piece up in here to get the clamp on and do all that stuff. It's about an hour later. I put a couple welds on a couple things. So it's a you heard of a one-man band. This is a 1.5 hand band. So I guess that's just the way it is. But this is kind of what I call light duty stuff. Something I needed to get done probably a long time ago, but I didn't neglected to do it. then I gotta try to get to the mill. That moved quite a bit, didn't it? Hope it didn't move enough. I guess it's getting drilled where it is. Now you can't see that hole or that punch mark. There's a little punch right there and a little punch right there. That was another reason I had to move it up, because the size of the hole, if it was 1/8 of an inch up further, it probably would have worked. But I wasn't sure. Maybe this one here, that would have been 1/8 of an inch. I don't know which way. It would have been 1/8 of an inch further. Maybe this is the one that wouldn't work. There's a punch hole now, and 1/8 of an inch would have brought it up right to the edge. That's one of the reasons I put this in there. That's another thing you didn't see me do. I tack welded that on. So I'm going to set it up and drill them. So we'll be back sometime in a little bit. It might be another half hour, because I got a mess over there at the I got to find my mill. My mill is covered with stuff, because that's I'm horizontally flat surface challenged, as Jeffrey would say. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. At least I don't have to pick that big red thing up. I got to grind that red thing just a hair in one spot, right here. But I'm not going to do it till I got it bolted on. I think I might have to, just to have bolt clearance. This one here made it through. This one here didn't make it through. Oh well, sometimes that's the way it is. See if this one's got some pretty good stamps on it. I got it. One right there, one right there. And I got this, I just put a little tack on there. Got a MIG ball already. Man, can't have MIG ball on there. I'll get that in a little bit. I might take this down to Jeffrey and have him put it on, or I might just leave it the way it is and say the heck with it. I don't know. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. That's what I'm working on right now. Just got out of the greenhouse, working over there too. Bye-bye. Well guys, being a moron that I am, I did a video and forgot to turn the video camera on. What it basically showed was I got to drill that hole and this hole here. I use this little jack stand or lever or pry bar, I guess is what this thing is called, to go in here to make sure it was straight up and down. And then before I got there, I had to make this, well, there it is, this little leveling block here. My shortest little jack stands weren't, I just needed a short one. This down here is bronze, so it wouldn't hurt the bed of the, what do you call it? But I already drilled the hole back there. So I'm gonna get this next size drill bit up and drill it, and then I'll bring you back for the next drill, and we'll show the drill in the pile up there on one in a minute or two. So we'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Well, I got a different drill appropriate for this size. I think we can crunch it through there. I don't know how it is. I'm drilling them dry. I don't feel like cleaning up the mess. Not too rough. Now we're going to drill this size is this size, which shouldn't be too bad. Wrong way. Let's put it in that way. Still wrong way. I'm good at going the wrong way. And I think for this we'll shift down to low speed. What do you think? That might be too slow. That's just right. All right, maybe this will go through there. I gotta switch to another utensil. Put that there. Tighten that up. See if the bolt fits. I'm all right with that. Now we got to come up to this hole. So got to go in quite a bit. Go over quite a bit. Come down quite a bit. Whew, got to go way in, don't I? That looks about it. This ain't no piano, but Stradivarius or whatever. Looks like I got to go this way just a hair. I think that's close enough. I gotta switch up to high speed. Yeah, that looks close enough. Well, went all the way through, but I think that'll be fine. This will take about a second to open it up to this size. Probably could have gone to a little bit bigger. Guess you're supposed to go to 1/3 of the drill size each time or something like that. There's some magic number that they do. Wish this thing had a slow down brake on. You can't see, I'm grabbing the chuck with my hand. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I think the camera might have gone down a little bit. I don't know. Alright, shift her down to low speed. Come on, shift, baby. There it goes. Turn it on. And that's one drilled. Take it out of there. See if it looks like it'll fit. And we'll come over here. I think this is the other side. Don't know. They're probably interchangeable. Nope, they're not. They are not interchangeable. Well, that went in, and it looks like I thought I had another one out here. Guess not. And look at that, it stays in magically. That's pretty good. I'm all right with that. Anyhow, I got to get the little wizard digger thing here and kind of clean it up a little bit. Get my airline. Oh. Whoops, too fast. All right, where are we at? Here it is. I don't know whether you're seeing that. Don't need any bears. No, that wasn't the hole. That isn't even the one I drilled, is it? That isn't even the one I drilled. What did I do with that one? Oh, it's over here. Boy, what a morion. Oh, those holes need clean up on the... There's a little spot of... Little MIG spot. Thought those holes looked a little funny. Paying attention to the camera, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Alright. We'll be back in a little while. I got to set the right one in the thing now and do it. Be back in a little bit. Last hole, guys. Told you I'd bring it along for something, I'm not sure what. Turn it on. Not really exciting here. Not much different than watching paint dry. Alright, now we'll turn it off. Got to turn off the frequency drive that changes it from single phase to 3-phase. Now we've got to take it out of the device. Then we got to come over here and do the little whiz wheel thing on it. And yeah, I've bumped my finger about 3 times now and it's starting to smart. I might go do something else for a little bit. I don't know if you're in there. Wonder how much photography and I do, and you guys ain't in there. Half my films. I think we're good. Now I'll set that over yonder and see if it'll fit. I think I had the left side on the right side a minute ago. Oh, I gotta grind that out a little bit. Let's see, this goes in this way. And it gets the bolts downward. Of course, I can't reach that. Uh-oh. Yeah, they look like they might go. Got lucky. Got lucky. That'll be good for now. Yeah, see here, this one doesn't quite make it through there. But you know, while I got it here, what I'll do is run the rat tail, then I'll know exactly. Might just have to rat tail a little bit. Cast kind of gives up the ghost quick. That should be still in place. This one should still be in place. This one here, doesn't quite make it. Kind of, like I said, this side over here makes it. But it looks like I need a longer. No, I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna put these in this way. So I gotta knock the head off of one of these. I don't know what you're seeing here. I gotta knock the head off of one of these because of the clearance issues. Clarence is here. So where's that bigger rat tail? Maybe I can get through there and just. Doesn't sound like it's filing too much. This file's been around for 100 years. And it just needed a nick. It needs a little bit bigger nick. All right, I'm going to do that and bring it back a little bit or not, I don't know. I got to take those things off and fizz can them a little bit with a rattle can so they look pretty the way they should. So don't know what I'm ricocheting off next. We'll see in a little bit. Well, remember when I said I needed a couple bolts flattened off? Well, I got a couple bolts in here. And I'm flattening up just the tops off of each one of them on one side so I can slip it in that tight area. I got it all set up and it seems to be working all fine. It's grade 8 bolts, so, but I got to put you guys way back here to see it. Now I can zoom in a little bit. And maybe that's a pretty good spot for you, but I don't know that you might have to get moved when you get in the way. I think I already came up 20 thousandths. That's all, I'm cutting it at a time. And it knows it's got a hold of a grade 8 bolt. But it seems to be working all right. I don't need to be getting too greedy on the amount. And each cut I take a little bit more because it's getting wider. I think I'm going to come in here and cut it each way. I don't want to screw up the bolt itself, even though it's just in a... Ain't going to be too much more before it's there. I think one more, actually that cut's probably got it right there. We'll take another 20. I gotta move this out here so I can get to it. We can do 10 at a time. Yeah, that just started touching the... I'm gonna take another 10 because I just don't feel like having to reset this up. Alright. Don't do that with a hand that hurts. That's not smart. Wrong way. This is what I did is I polished. I don't know if you can see that in there. I knocked the head off on one side so it'll fit in there, and clearance issues. We'll go out here and try to get this camera through it. And let you down here a little bit. Focus you in on something. Let's see, this goes up in here like this. Oh, I guess I got to take this off. I got sidetracked. Somebody's finally interested in the pine wood out there. So this should go in there like that now. That's why I did that. With the head on there, it wouldn't go in all the way. So that's why it is the way it is. So I know that's going to jump off. All right, I'm going to paint these up and see how much more wood I got in the back. This guy wants 500 board feet. I don't think I got 200 in the back, but I'm going to go measure it. So might take it back there. Not sure. We'll see you. Bye. Well, I washed the things down with the acetone. I'm going to clean up some of this mess. Try to pull a One-Eyed Customs, man. Have you ever been over to his channel, looked at his garage? If you've never been there, go look at his garage. Opposite of mine. I mean, so far the opposite of mine. They just got a first coat on them, just kind of hanging in there. Just a swinging, man. They're swingers. All right, I got to go back and measure some wood. We'll see you in a bit. Bye. Well, I got my measurement here. There's 16 boards. Most of them are 11 inches. I got one here at 10 inches, one here at 9 inches, and then those two are at 12 and 12, and then the rest all the way down are about 11 inches wide. So the guy needed a couple hundred board feet more than I had. I don't know whether that's there. I got to go find the calculator and find out what's there. So come in here. It's been a while since I've been at the sawmill. Look at the deer tracks. There's stuff all over. I've already picked stuff up. I had to pick up light bulbs up. Look at daggone raccoons get in here. I have found a half a dozen mouse traps snapped, but nothing gone, and not even the food gone. There's a squirrel. They eat holes everywhere. The blade looks all right. Might have to saw that one out if he needs some more. Boy, I like to get rid of some of this pine I got, but I don't know about that. That's a yard tree, and I haven't checked it with a metal detector yet. So I think that was on my list of things that I needed to do, and that's light duty. So, and finding out what I got here is light duty. So we'll be back in a little bit. See ya. Hi guys. Well, I told you we'd end up out here at the greenhouse today. Just did the wood. Yesterday it was at 272. Today is at 268. So it was a good drying day. I don't know if you can see that. We're on the 260, I think. Yeah. And then here's your 8. That's how that is. These are the wood. I got these done yesterday, so I don't know where it looks best at. It doesn't look, it's kind of reflecting off of everything here. But these are done. Isn't that's got to be a piece of cherry. I don't know if you can really see how good that is. It's got a glare on the camera, so I can't really see it. I kind of switched this piece, this one here, with this one here. I don't know if I can do it till I start putting them together, because this one here is a 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch, maybe more than that, narrower. And the holes are drilled. I think they make them when they do it. This is a real pretty piece of cherry. I think I like the cherry pretty much. One of these One of these I thought was chestnut. This is definitely oak. That's heavy, real heavy. Anyhow, that's what they turned out, and I'm real pleased with them. But I do like the prettier ones. I might have to go get some cherry and make a real nice one for the table. Anyway, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe button. I got most of that stuff painted for the sawmill, and I'm going to drag that down. It's in the evening now. It's probably about 6:45, so I'm running out of light. I think I'm going to haul that down and play with that stuff down there. Probably be too dark for you guys. Might turn on the lights. Don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll see you. See you later now. Bye-bye. From the greenhouse, bye-bye.